One of the big things parents worry about these days, do our kids spend too much time on their digital devices, and is it really harming them? The Education Foundation of Sarasota County feels there is such an important issue here. They're bringing in an award-winning documentary called Screenagers, Growing Up in a Digital Age, and they're providing free viewings to the community. We welcome Jennifer Vine, the president of the Education Foundation, Suzanne Burke, she is director of College, Career, and Life Readiness at the Education Foundation, and licensed school psychologist Stacy Herrera, now in private practice. Is screen time really so bad? We adults spend a lot of time on our screens. I guess you could say, yeah, and look out how that's working out.
Well, I think what we know is that in the 21st century, technology is here to stay. And I think what the power of this documentary is here to show is how can we create a dialogue so that we can find the balance and harness it for students' best interests.
We need some answers to this. So what impressed you about this documentary?
I think the research behind the documentary was very impressive. It allows families and students to really understand how they're consuming, what they're consuming, and the potential impact upon themselves. And then it also allowed for some great strategies for families to use moving forward and how to manage and find balance.
That's what we really need. So why did you think it would be so important to bring it here? Why do our students need it? And our parents mostly?
Absolutely, that's a great question. And you know, the message of the film aligns completely with the Education Foundation of Sarasota County's emphasis on college, career, and life readiness. And so we know as educators that students' academic preparedness is critical to a lifetime of success and functioning in the 21st century, but equally important is the life skills, and we think of that as social emotional learning, things like self-management, self-awareness, responsible decision-making, and that's the message of the film, totally aligned with our initiative for college, career, and life readiness.
So when people walk out, what do you hope they take with them?
Well, we'll have parents there, families there, we'll also have educators there and other service providers, and I think that our goal is for everyone to leave prepared to have those conversations with their students, with their children, such that they make plans going forward, as Jennifer said, for a balance of using technology for positive purposes.
I have a question. As educators and mothers of teenagers here, from the school and an educator point of view, what can you say to families that the most important thing they can be doing to try to better deal with what we know is a massive generation problem?
I think we probably all have some comments. Do you want to take that first, Stacy?
I really believe that it's important for us to reach out and create this sense of community. The Education Foundation is bringing great resources to this community and really allowing us to look at the whole picture. And we know that there is no manual to teaching these kids. And we really, really have to rely on each other and create this village around ourselves and our children to better understand how to manage this ever-changing technology.
I would also add to that, when you look at teaching and learning, education happens far outside the classrooms.
Yes.
When you look at 14% of a child's waking hours are actually spent in a classroom. So how can we actually have that dialogue, and how can we as family members and community members and parents be able to talk with our children to create solutions?
Well, thank you so much for bringing this documentary, and there will be 2 screenings of Screenagers at Northport High School tonight, October 22nd, and at Riverview High School, October 23rd. Admission is free, but you do have to register online and make a reservation. You go to edfoundationsrq.org.